When we think of the emotional world that we are all living in, it can be very difficult, can it? Anxiety comes flying out of nowhere. We may feel depressed. We may lean on procrastination too much. We may lean on food or pot or nicotine or social media or television or news too much, right? And when we're trying to make that jump, make that switch, we've really got to slow ourselves down. Slow ourselves down to the point where that we are in control of our response system. I just got a text on my other phone, and I'm, oh my God, I know it's about this topic. I can see the text already. She said, can you call me about the topic that you're just starting to talk on? That's pretty crazy. How do you drop negative emotions quickly? How do you go from a state of anxiety in this moment to maybe 3 or 4 minutes later being at peace? How do you go from frustration to peace quickly? How do you go from anxiety to peace, from insecurity to peace, from addiction to peace quickly? So I've got an exercise. I'm going to give you step 1. You know, there's always many steps to healing, but this is one of the most powerful ones. Taught to me by Sensei Andy, who worked underneath Thich Nhat Hanh, probably the most famous Zen Buddhist teacher in the world. I worked with Sensei Andy for over a year. He was phenomenal. I thought I knew Zen Buddhism until I worked with him, and then I got the real deal. So this is one of the techniques that Thich Nhat Hanh created that is phenomenal for anxiety, depression, frustration, anger, rage, whatever it is that you do not feel you can emotionally regulate yourself on. This is a powerful emotional regulation tool. For some people, it's going to feel very strange. You know, I have several surgeons I'm working with right now. And when I introduce them to this, they, David, are you sure? This seems a little out there. This seems a little fairy kind of stuff. And 7 days later, they're calling me going, oh my God, this tool is phenomenal. So what do we do? So let's say that you're feeling anxious. So you put your hands across your waist like you're holding a baby, and that is anxiety. You're holding your anxiety. And you look down and you start to talk to it. Now, some studies have shown that just by talking to your anxiety, going, oh, anxiety, I see your back, can decrease its effect by up to 30%. Thich Nhat Hanh was a huge fan of this as a way to deal with anxiety, not submerge it, not run away from it, not have sugar, not have a drink, not smoke pot, not vape nicotine, but actually go into what we term as a negative emotion. Now, we use the word negative emotions. They're just negative, but we don't like them. So we like to use the word negative. So you hold the anxiety. And you say, anxiety. Notice the tone of my voice. Anxiety, you're back. What's going on? Well, you know, we have the bills coming up in 30 days. We don't know where the money's coming from. We're really stressed. I understand. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for getting my attention. Let me sit down now and create a plan. Maybe I need to ask someone for help. Maybe I need to apply for new jobs. Maybe I need to work a second job. But thank you so much for getting my attention. I can't procrastinate on this money thing anymore. I actually have to do some work. I'm going to put you back to rest. And see what happens in that simple 45-second exercise is we're talking to our anxiety, our anger, our frustration, our vindictiveness, whatever it might be, our resentments, right? And we're talking to them in a slow voice, in a calm voice. And we're allowing them to be heard. What's causing my frustration? What's causing you the depression to come back again? What's causing, and all of a sudden they're talking back to us with some answers. And then we have to decide, do I need to change anything? Do I want to change anything? And more often than not, we do. Even if it's just working on our mindset. Listen, this is step 1. This step is powerful, and it's where I start everyone, because we can start to get in control of our emotional response system. We can start to get to know our emotions. Instead of waiting 30, 60, 90 days to deal with the anxiety that's been there for 30, 60, or 90 days, we hit it right away. We talk to it right away. We start to dismantle it instantly. Listen, if you need help with any emotion, negative that we call them, insecurity, depression, anxiety, whatever it might be, anger, rage, contact me at talkdavid.com. This is just tool number 1. It's a powerful one. Tool number 1 of 100 tools we have to help people manage their emotions. I'm David Essel. Have a beautiful day.